Alright, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. You know, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh and name His Son Yahweh Shai. And this video is going into 420. Everybody know 420 today. If you don't know about 420, you know it's the day on April 20th. Every year on April 20th, people get high. People buy tons and tons of weed just to sit back with a group of people and get high on. And this is why we said America got to be destroyed. America got to be destroyed because they bugged our people out. Like, what type of mindset you got to be in to make a day contribute to smoking? What kind of pothead you got to be to celebrate in a day contributed to smoking? You damn got Snoop Dogg eyes be red as hell. Snoop Dogg probably rolled up. He probably rolled up. Soon as it hit 11:59, he started rolling up. He's smoking weed every hour. You know, you got our people love this day, man. Our people call the dude that's selling the weed, hit him up already 2 days before to go ahead and get the weed. Big pots of weed. But if that's biblical though, are you really supposed to be doing that? Like, what did that day have to do with God? You claim that you love the Most High. You claim that you love Jesus Christ, but you celebrating the 420. And you also have Israelites in this truth that's celebrating 420. That's off. You actually have brothers that planted their weed to get prepared for 420. They planted their weed. Now they celebrating 420 because they're using their weed they just planted to celebrate in 420. That's off. It has nothing to do with the Most High. You shouldn't be smoking anyway. The Most High gonna smoke your ass. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You smoking, he gonna smoke you. You wanna smoke that blunt, you wanna get high and chill and just smoke past the blunt with your homeboy, and he gonna smoke you. Great like that, he gonna smoke you. Now I'm finna get some precept going into you can't be smoking. You can't be smoking, it's going off. So I'm finna get Genesis 1 and 29. I'm finna get Genesis 1 and 29 to show you what was the weed made for? Was it made to be smoked? Because you know you have a lot of people that say, "Oh, weed is in the Bible. Weed is a herb." You know the Bible talks about it. Yes, it talks about it. But let's see what the Bible say about it. This Genesis 1 and 29. And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in thee which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." So it's made for meat. Every herb bearing seed that he made on this earth is made to eat. I mean, it's made for meat. It's made for healing medicine. You know, back then our people really didn't have medicine. They didn't have medicine. They didn't have pills to take when people were sick. So they had these herbs to heal them. Just like that. Y'all remember that scene on Black Panther? Was it on Black Panther? When they made the herbs? I think that might have been on Black Panther when they made the herbs and all that. You know, they had the tree, the herb. You know what I'm saying? They gave the dude his powers back. I think they gave him his powers back. Yeah, I think he gave him the powers to be the Black Panther, or either took it away one. But either way, that's herbs. They used herbs and stuff like that because we didn't really have medicine back then to do that. So we had herbs to heal ourselves. So we were using herbs to heal ourselves. We wasn't using it to smoke. We wasn't doing that because we understood like smoke ain't supposed to be in our body. That's why when people smoke, they start coughing. Because their body is telling you, "Hey man, get this smoke out of me. This smoke not supposed to be in here." You wouldn't sit in a room. If you sit in the room and somebody throw a smoke bomb in the room, you're not gonna sit there in the room and inhale the smoke. You're gonna try to get out, right? So why would you allow yourself to smoke that blunt and allow that smoke to go inside you? That don't make sense. But Genesis 1 and 29, it tells you that the herb was made for medicine. It wasn't made to be smoked and be enjoyable and to enjoy your lust in, because people actually be addicted to smoking. Believe it or not, they say they're not. People tend to that they don't want to believe that they're addicted, but they smoking every single day. They gotta smoke before they eat. They gotta smoke before they shower. They gotta smoke before they go to sleep. They gotta smoke before they wake up. When they wake up, the first thing they do is smoke. They don't even brush their teeth first. The first thing they do is grab that blunt and get that light and smoke. That's addiction. And that weed becomes people's lust. A lot of people put weed on the high pedestal. You know, they can't go without weed. You know, they stressed out, they depressed. Instead of praying to the Most High, they get that blunt and smoke it up, try to smoke their pain away. That's what they try to do. They try to smoke their pain away. Now, guess what? That weed become your God now. You putting that weed over the Most High because instead of you praying to Him, instead of you fasting, you turn to that blunt. Don't people say it's a lot of pain behind this blunt? You know, you heard somebody say that? It's a lot of pain behind this blunt because they turn into their pain and all they stuff they going through, their depression, they turn into that blunt now. They ain't turn to the Most High, they turn into that blunt to heal them. They dependent on that blunt to heal them. And a lot of our people is like that in this thing, bro. A lot of our people like that. So weed is their addiction. Weed is their God now. And God, and somebody being a God, it don't just have to be no idol. People think when they got another God or somebody worship another God, they worship like an idol, like an idol that they built. No, you can have somebody that's a person can be your God. You know, a lot of our people, it's like look up to these celebrities. A lot of our people idol worship these celebrities. So guess what? Them celebrities became their God. A lot of our people idolize money. A lot of our people idolize cars. I know some brothers I ain't gonna. I know some brothers I ain't gonna say their name, but they idolize their car. They love their car. They post their car on social media 24/7. They upgrading their car every 2 weeks. That's idolizing your car. You know, I seen on it's a show. I think it's called My Strange Addiction. You had a woman idolizing the car. You had a woman idolizing, you know, all type of weird stuff. You know, so that's everything. Anything can become your idol if you put it over the Most High. Anything can become an idol to you. So that weed, if people get prepared for 420, just know that weed is your idol. If you thinking about 420 a week before, weed is your idol. If you can't put that blunt down, you got to continue to smoke. That weed is your idol. So I'm gonna get 1 Peter 5:8. Show you what the Most High said. I'm gonna get 1 Peter 5:8. Cause it's a lot of our people celebrating this day, man. But where is 420 in the Bible? Where can you find 420 in the Bible? I want to know where it's at, cause you know our people love God so much. I want to see where it's at, where 420 is in the Bible. This 1 Peter 5:8. This 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So he's saying, be sober. Be sober and be delicate. When you smoking weed, you're not really sober. When you smoking weed, you kind of sit back, you kind of chilling. You don't want to do nothing. You kind of lazy. You ain't really, everything funny to you. Everything is a joke to you when you high. You're not really sober. If somebody coming to your crib, you paranoid. You think somebody finna break in, you looking around like this, you not being sober. If somebody coming to your crib, you high as hell, and somebody, you just say you and your homeboys high as hell for 420, right? Y'all high. Y'all zooted. Y'all in Mars right now. If somebody coming to your crib and want to rob you, they bust into your crib and rob you, you're not going to be in your right mindset. You're going to be, what's going on? You're going to be paranoid, bro. You're not in your right mindset. So that's why the Bible said, be sober. Be sober. It said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And we know when they say the adversary, the devil, it's not talking about nobody under the ground with a pitchfork. It's not talking about that. It's talking about the so-called white man, because he also a devil too, because devil just means deceiver. So who deceived our people? Who gave our people Christianity? Who gave our people white Jesus? Who gave our people this school system? Who brought us over here in slavery? Who changed our names to Toby? Those so-called white men, they deceived us, man. Everything they taught us was a lie. They say they went to the moon, that's a lie. The moon is a light. You can't go to the moon. The moon is a light. You can't land on the moon? Who told us that? Who told us that about the Twin Towers, that these people came over here and did that? No, it was inside job. They did that. You feel what I'm saying? So they deceived us. So it said, be sober so you can see when it's coming. Because when you high, you gonna get caught off guard. So when they say be sober so you can be in your right mind, so you can see when they somebody's coming to try to set you up, somebody might come to kill you, you're in your right state of mind, right? So I got 1 Peter 4:7. I don't know why I just left 1 Peter. Shalaki. This 1 Peter 4:7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And that's a commandment. You know it's more than 10 commandments, right? It's more than 10 commandments. It's commandments all throughout the Bible that we have to obey by. And the one commandment that I don't read them is to be sober. Let me get it again. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch until prayer. So he telling you to be sober, not only be sober, but to watch. Are you watching the times? Are you watching what's going on? Are you watching the wars that's going on? Are you watching the wars get built up? Are you watching what's going on? No, because you too busy trying to get high. You too busy right now trying to find the weed, man, and buy some weed. You're not worried about what's going on in the world. You're worried about 420. So it said, be sober and pray. Are you praying? Are you praying every single day? You're not praying every single day. Because that blunt is your God. That we know we have a lot of brothers and sisters that's in this truth now that was once in this world. You know, that was they'll tell you that that weed was their God. They'll tell you that weed was their God. They couldn't go a day without smoking that weed, bro. They had to get high or they wouldn't feel right. They had to be high. If they wasn't high, they wouldn't feel right. Because guess what? Their body is so immune to them smoking. Now that weed become their God. Now they can't go a day, 2 days, 3 days without smoking weed. You a pothead. You Snoop Dogg in this thing. You Mac Miller. The Most High got rid of that Edomite. But you Mac Miller in this thing. What's his name? The rapper. What's his name? What is Mac Miller? Mike, whatever. He was a pothead too. All these rappers want to, you know what I'm saying, smoke weed. All of them getting ready for 420. But they ain't worried about what's going on in the world. They don't understand. How the hell you smoking weed, getting ready for 420, but you don't even know your nationality? Something that you should know when you 5 or 6 years old. You don't even know who you is. You get as high as hell. Hey, bro, pass me the blunt. Bro, pass you the blunt. You smoking. You high as hell, but you still calling yourself black. You still calling yourself African American in this thing. You don't know who you is. You ain't trying to search out who you is. You ain't trying to search out where your people come from. You ain't trying to search out the true image of Christ. You ain't trying to search out who the Israelites of the Bible. You ain't trying to search out what times we in. But you worried about 420 and getting a blunt. Temporary. You only high. It's a temporary feeling. You only high for what, how long? An hour or two? Might not even be that long. It's a temporary feeling. So you celebrating 420, the Most High gonna destroy you. And through his son, Yahawashi, they gonna destroy you in this thing. If you celebrating 420, you gonna be destroyed. I'm telling you right now. So don't say you didn't know when you already getting the blunt, you getting the weed, you getting everybody together. Everybody come together like a congregation and smoke. Might be sitting around a big circle, passing for 420. You gonna be destroyed, bro. You gonna be destroyed. You gonna die a horrible death. When all hell break loose, you gonna die a horrible death. Why? Because you celebrating in this wicked day. You know it's wicked. With Jesus Christ, I'm gonna say Jesus Christ for the people that don't know, that's probably new watching this video. Would Jesus Christ smoke weed? That should be your answer right there. If you want to know if you can smoke weed or not. Will Jesus Christ allow himself to smoke weed? Will he allow his apostles to smoke weed? Did they smoke weed? Where in the Bible does it say they smoke weed at? Did they smoke weed? So why would you think it'll be okay for you to smoke? You feel what I'm saying? Jesus Christ didn't even do that. So let me get first. I'm finna get I'm finna get Titus 2:2. All right, this Titus 2:2. That the aged men be sober. It said again, be sober. That the aged men, woman or man, men just mean in that count species, so man or woman. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. So the first one he said was be sober. You got to be sober in this thing, bro. You got to. So I got 1 Thessalonians 5:6. This is my last precept. First Thessalonians 5:6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. It said, therefore let us not sleep and be like not the others. When you high, you get sleepy, bro. When you high, you feel like laying down, taking a nap. You're not energetic. You're not energetic when you high. When you high, you don't got a lot of energy when you high. You get lazy. You get tired. You really don't want to do nothing. You're not going to do nothing. You tired. You lazy. You ready to go to sleep. But it said, therefore let us not sleep There's gonna be a lot of people sleeping 420, smoking that blunt and going to sleep. He's saying, let us not be sleeping. Let us not be sleeping that night. We're supposed to be watching, bro. We're supposed to be watching the times to come. 420 is a distraction. That's all it is. It's just like everything else in this world. It's a distraction. 420 is a distraction because they know that you finna be high as hell. Who came up with 420? Who came up with that? You bought goofy as hell. You bought goofy to be celebrating this time. This 420. You goofy. And if you watching this video and you ain't got the weeds yet, you ain't hit the weed man up yet, you ain't got your blunt yet, and if you watching this video and you say I'm still gonna do it, hey man, the blood off my hands, the blood is on your hands, you're gonna be destroyed, bro. Because you actually you ain't turning away from me from what I'm saying. You turning away from what the Most High is saying. He telling you to be sober, but you trying to be high, not in your right mind at all. You trying to celebrate this day that's not in the Bible. You're gonna be destroyed in this time, bro. You're gonna be destroyed when all hell break loose because you decide to get high in 420 and the Most High will smoke you. You ready to smoke this blunt? The Most High is gonna smoke you. He gonna smoke you. You love smoking so much, he gonna smoke you. You know, so this Buck the King, I wanna give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and them his son, Yahweh Shai. Man, 420, that's dead. Let that go, man. It's not no real holiday, it's made up. Straight like that. Shalom.